Merry Christmas! Hi, welcome back to the Polymer Clay channel and Merry Christmas. So if you can hear jingles in the background, I am not going to not record. They are my dogs, they're going to jingle. It's appropriate as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so Merry Christmas, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cover of a book. Well, actually a whole book. So yeah, here we go. Thanks for watching the tutorial. So this is the show and tell part where I talk about what I've made, what I liked, what I didn't like, and basically how you can do better. So this is only one, and it feels weird just making one thing, but it wasn't hard work, but it was, I don't know, I just lost the plot in the middle of it. And yeah, I made something rubbish and I had to start again. But anyway, you won't see that, so... So I'm going to show it to you now. So this is literally made with two flat pieces of clay on a tile, and as you saw from the tutorial, all you need to do is roll it flat, work out a design that you're going to make, find some stamps, put them on, make a little sign of whatever you want it to say, like journal or diary. For me, I didn't know what to write, so I just put the year, because I figured, you know, everyone gets something like this in the new year. And that is literally it. There's nothing fancy about this. I literally did the back. The back doesn't look as great on the basis that black is really difficult, because it picks up absolutely everything. It picks up all the mica powder in all the different places that you don't want it. And yeah, so the back is not my favourite, but it had to match the front. Now, how I did this, let's bring it in for you to have a look at. Now, this is basically all soft chalks, and I did it sort of gradually, so it wasn't all at once. I didn't really sort of have a plan. I was actually watching a film at the time, so I was thinking, put a bit here, put a bit there, add a bit, take a bit away. I don't know what I was doing, but anyway, it turned out cool. So it's kind of like a nice sort of watery kind of effect. Almost like watercolour. I decided that I thought it should have some other shapes in it as well. Didn't like that idea, not a fan. Don't take a baby wipe to polymer clay if it's got soft chalks on it, because you won't get it back in the same place and you can't re-blend it. So if you're going to take it off, take it all off and let it dry and then start again, because it didn't work for me. Not that you can't see it, because I mean from the distance, if I hadn't pointed it out you wouldn't have known. But this is what the show and tell part is for me to tell you what I did, what I really liked, and yeah, like I said, how you can do better. So let's go up and down nice and slowly. This is a texture mat, and it forms part of a bigger one, as you saw from the tutorial, and that was actually from Temu. I think it was like £3, £4, something like that. I love this one. I love all the little patterns on it, and this is my favourite one, so I thought, of course, I'm going to pick my favourite one. So that's exactly what I did. And then I did all 4 in the corners, and then I picked off the same one and used that one here. Now what I could have done is made a completely independent design and made a key and a lock and things like that, but I just make something as simple as possible on the basis that you think someone's birthday might be in January or February, and you think, well, what am I going to get them? I've just spent all my money at Christmas. Make them a book, real nice and simple. Just so you know, I did roll this myself. I don't have a pasta maker or pasta roller or whatever it's called. I have just a rolling pin. I got it from a cake section in a craft store, and it is apparently supposed to be a non-stick one. Well, it's not a non-stick one anymore. I don't know why, but they do work. It is good to use a hand roller. It just takes that little bit longer. Now this is the sort of design you could do absolutely anything on, so there isn't really sort of any hints and tips other than the fact that if you use soft chalks, don't wipe a little bit off, wipe it all off and start again. What I was thinking about doing was creating some little clouds, and I thought, I'm creating too many designs all at once. I'm either going to go gold and bold, or I'm going to go flowery and fairy and with clouds or something, I don't know. But I went with this. I did fill it in, but as I said, it's not a great look. And what I could have done was the same on this side. So if you wanted to do 2 sides, to make this, it was about 1/4 of a big block or 3 small blocks. I used Fimo, and it was in the professional range, which is why it was a pain in the butt to condition. It is good, but I mean, we used to use classic, right? And obviously that was like a rock, so it's better than that. Now, if you wanted to do exactly the same the other side, which of course you can do, it is going to probably take about 6 blocks of clay. Now, if you don't want to use 6 blocks of a white or a black or something like that, use scrap. You could always do that. You could mix the colour and make it into a funny brown looking colour, and then colour it all in with soft chalks. You could do it that way. I had some, and I thought I wanted to give it a go. It wasn't supposed to be this big. It was supposed to be half this size, and I thought, well, I've got a tile this size. It would be easier to do it with the size of the tile that I had, rather than trying to work out my own dimensions with a ruler, because that would have taken forever. So yeah, and then the last thing you need to do is just cover it in glitter or mica powder, because who doesn't want to do that? Now the last thing I need to mention, I've taken the back part away. I haven't put this together yet because there's no point until I actually show it to you. There's there's holes all the way along here, so they're ready to be looped together. The idea is you do it this way down, so you do the holes and then push them all the way through first, and then you get the back piece and layer it on top of each other like this, and then drill through. Now I used like a drill bit, if you like, that was on one of my Sculpey tools. That it works brilliantly. Does take a little bit of time, but it's the best way to get a perfect round circle, and that is the best way to be able to put these together. Now I haven't at the moment, on the basis that I didn't want them all to get in the way and everything, but what I'm thinking of doing is putting a little piece of elastic in between here, one part attached to like a button or something, and then you just thread it through and hook it on the button, and it's done. You can then take pages out, put pages in, and the idea of this is that you can add anything you want. So if you've got pages, or you journal yourself, or you make your own pages for journals, this would work brilliantly. So this is how you create a journal cover with polymer clay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. I do like pina colada. Yummy, yummy, yum. Why do I have to sing that every time? I don't know. No, I'm not drunk. Thanks for watching the tutorial. So this is the show and tell part where I talk about what I've made, what I liked, what I didn't like, and how cute. Yeah, but maybe I'm drunk after all. In the background you can hear Bailey singing her little Staffy heart out. This is a stamp. No, it's not. It's not a stamp. What is it? It's a texture mat. That's it. Just so there. But yeah, where's the fun in something being too easy? Because it certainly isn't something that I always come up with, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think this was a half a block of a big piece. It would be easier to do it on the size of front there. It would be easier to do it with the size of the. Oh my god. However, if you lose, oh my god, I can't get my words out. If you don't want to use 6 blocks of I'm losing the plot here. A pina colada made with white rum, pineapple coconut flavour liqueur. I'll be having one of these at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.